I am now 75, and from all the past, one name resurfaces in my memory: the Queen. But times change, and now that King Charles is on the throne, the monarchy is also undergoing transformations. He combines traditions with a modern outlook, which sometimes leads to unexpected actions. Charles's recent move surprised many, especially Camilla. What exactly did he do, and how will it affect the future of the royal family? Let's find out. Before becoming king, Charles was searching for love. His personal life was filled with high-profile romances, but he was always constrained by the expectations of the royal court. One of the most influential figures in his life was Lord Mountbatten, his great-uncle and mentor. It was he who guided Charles, including in matters of relationships. In his youth, the prince dated women from well-known families, among them Georgina Russell, the daughter of the British ambassador to Spain, and Jane Wellesley, the daughter of Lord Wellington. He was also romantically involved with Davina Sheffield and Sarah Spencer, the sister of Princess Diana. But the name that truly left a mark on his life was Camilla. Mountbatten believed that Charles needed a pleasant and charming wife. In the year 1974, he suggested his granddaughter Amanda. Charles showed interest, but her mother decided that the young woman was too young for marriage. A few years later, Mountbatten arranged a trip to India, hoping to strengthen their bond, but fate had other plans. In the year 1979, Mountbatten was killed in a terrorist attack, which was a great shock for Charles. Soon after, he proposed to Amanda, but she declined. After this, Charles turned his attention to Diana. In the early months of the year 1980, they grew closer, and soon the public began talking about a possible wedding. Under pressure from the royal family, he proposed to her, and in the year 1981, a lavish wedding took place, watched by millions of people. In their marriage, they had 2 sons, William and Harry. However, differences in age and outlook on life soon led to discord. After only 5 years, the relationship began to fall apart. In the year 1986, Charles rekindled his romance with Camilla, while Diana, in turn, also had affairs. In the year 1992, a scandalous book revealing secrets of their marriage was published, followed by a divorce. After Diana's death, Charles gradually changed the image of the monarchy, making it more relevant to modern times. In the year 2005, he announced his engagement to Camilla, which was a significant event. Their marriage was not a church wedding. Instead, a civil ceremony took place, the first in the history of the British monarchy. Upon becoming king, Charles continued his reforms. One of his key decisions was the redistribution of responsibilities within the family. Prince William and Kate Middleton took on more duties, which many saw as an attempt to modernize the monarchy. However, this move sparked debate, especially concerning Camilla. Her influence became limited, and her role as Queen Consort was questioned, as attention shifted to the new generation. What does the future hold for the British monarchy? Time will tell, but one thing is clear: with Charles on the throne, change is inevitable. Camilla found herself in a difficult position, trying to define her role in a large and ever-evolving royal family. Her journey from a woman in the shadows to Queen Consort was long and complicated, filled with public scrutiny, doubts, and efforts to prove her worth. Initially, Camilla was perceived solely as the woman who interfered in the lives of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Her name provoked a negative reaction from the public, which adored Diana and saw her as the only suitable partner for the heir to the throne. Camilla had to endure a wave of condemnation, criticism, and distrust, but after marrying Charles, she set a goal to change her image. She actively took on royal duties, supported her husband in all his initiatives, engaged in charity work, and sought recognition from both the royal family and the British public. Gradually, she managed to soften the negative perception of herself. However, her position within the family remained challenging. Even after Charles ascended the throne, Camilla had to fight for her place as the king focused on Prince William and his wife Kate. Although she officially became Queen Consort, her role remained largely limited. Camilla understood that her main task was to support Charles and fulfill ceremonial duties, but despite this, she still felt that her contributions were underappreciated. After all the efforts she made to gain recognition, she found herself still in the background. Traditionally, a queen consort does not hold real power, and her influence is limited by public opinion and the king's decisions. Camilla undoubtedly understood this, but it was difficult for her to accept that King Charles was prioritizing the new generation of the monarchy, placing his hopes on William and Kate. For Charles, this was a strategically sound decision. The prince and his wife are young, popular, and symbolize the future of the monarchy, which is crucial in a modern world where traditions are constantly questioned. Camilla had to readjust once again to the changing dynamics of the royal family. Despite her official title, in reality she did not have the significance she might have expected. She was seen as a support for the king but not as an independent figure, which caused her internal struggles. Even after Camilla was officially recognized as Queen Consort, public opinion remained divided. The memory of Princess Diana was still alive, and many found it difficult to accept Camilla in this role. Although over the years her image had softened, she still faced skepticism and doubt. Instead of resisting this, Camilla focused on charity work and responsibilities that kept her out of the spotlight. She gradually strengthened her position, but she still understood that she would never be as beloved as Diana. For her, the recognition of the royal family and King Charles meant far more than public approval, yet she could not completely ignore society's perception of her. Camilla's challenges did not stop at her struggle for recognition. Other concerns weighed on her as well, one of the most significant being the health of the king. If Charles were to fall seriously ill or pass away earlier than expected, Camilla's position would drastically change. When William becomes king, Camilla's future in the monarchy will be uncertain. Will she remain an important figure, or will she be pushed to the sidelines? These thoughts undoubtedly trouble her, especially after the long journey she took to gain acceptance. Despite reaching high status, she remains dependent on the decisions of others. The royal family is adapting to new challenges of modernity, and Charles is working to prepare the monarchy for the future. He is doing everything possible to ensure a smooth transition of power while preserving traditions. Camilla, however, has to come to terms with the fact that the leading role in this process is not hers, but William's and Kate's. Camilla's story is that of a woman who found herself in a difficult situation and tried to find her place in a system built on traditions and strict rules. Her journey was filled with obstacles, but she managed to prove her dedication to the royal family. However, even after so many years, her position remains ambiguous. Although she became Queen Consort, her influence is limited, and her future remains uncertain. She is forced to balance between tradition and the realities of the modern monarchy, accepting the circumstances that are beyond her control. Whether she will remain a significant figure in British history or be relegated to the background, only time will tell.